Well, hello everyone. Happy Sunday night. I hope you had a great weekend, Craig. Thanks for joining me. I haven't been on in several months on a Sunday night. What's up with that, right? I have not been feeling well the last few days, so I'm not sure I even have um, any business going live tonight, but I wanted to come on and just show you guys what's selling for me. And uh, the sales have been very, very slow the last 2 weeks of September, and they've just now picked up again recently because, hey Kimmy, I have gone back to the way I sent out offers before and allowing counter offers on most items, taking a little bit less on some items, and that seems to have started the sales back up. Also, I was involved in an eBay glitch last week. I did a video about it, so if you just go back to my last uploaded video, you'll see the mess that I was in, and I think I fixed it, but I do have to go in every day and double check it, because when I went in yesterday, I noticed some things had fallen off, and I'm hoping that I just missed them the first time around, but I'm not really sure. Good to see you here. Yeah. So I'm going to wait until a couple of people come in, Kimmy, and then I will make our announcements. What I wanted to show tonight is, I think I only have like one repeat buyer, but I wanted to kind of go over what I'm doing for my repeat buyers, and also bundle sales on Poshmark. And then also people who buy more than one item from me on eBay. It says repeat buyer, but they could be a first-time buyer and just buying 2 or 3 things. So what I do is I take an old business card that doesn't have anything on the back, because now I have added a little blurb about going to my website. And I just write, thanks for your repeat business, and I sign my name, or I say thanks for the bundle sale on Poshmark. And then I am putting together earrings. I have all kinds of earrings, coffee mugs. I have patriotic ones that I gave out before the 4th of July. Now I'm working on Christmas, so this is a really cute pair of Christmas trees. And I kind of thought, like, what if somebody doesn't celebrate Christmas, or they don't celebrate Halloween? How would they feel about getting a pair of earrings for Christmas? And I just decided I'm not going to worry about it. I mean, chances are there's somebody who celebrates Christmas, and they can just give them to them as a gift. And then what I do is I take a sheet of bubble wrap and I split it down the middle. So I use just 1/2 of a bubble wrap sheet. And I have this way of doing this now. It's super fast. And I just fold it up like that in thirds. And then I have this really thin red ribbon, and I just cut it and I tie it like a present. And I have had people in my feedback say, thanks for my special surprise. Thanks for my special gift. They've never said that they're earrings. And then this is what it looks like when it's in the package. So that's what I've been doing. And sometimes I'm wondering, I have repeat buyers who say, your stuff's amazing. I love you as a seller. I love shopping from here. And then when they get their package and it's trying to direct them to another place, I'm wondering if some of them are thinking, well, if I go there, I'm not going to get a special gift. And that's not true, because my plan has always been to give the earrings out with every single order on the website. So I've only given 2 pairs of earrings away, still on 2 sales on Shopify, both in May. October 6th will be 6 months. And I've told everybody I would give it 2 years. So just think about that. I have 18 more months to go. I have 18 more months of passing all of this information out, trying every single thing I can to get to my website. And that's a long time, 18 months, and everyone I talk to just says, Beth, you're just not giving it enough time. So I don't know. Okay, you're back. So how's the catering business going for you guys? I would imagine that you're really pushing for holiday meals. and banquets and things like that, Craig, and that's coming up. I know that when I went to my hair place yesterday, she said that September is always really, really slow. And then October, it just picks up. And also, I went to a nail place to have some damage control done on my nails. And there was no one in there on a Saturday. And I was just like, wow. And she goes, yeah, September is a really slow month for us. So I think it's slow all around. I don't know. I was doing really, really well for September. And then that third week hit and it just bombed. So like I said, ever since I took the offers back to where they can make a counter offer on most things. So I'm not going to show you everything tonight that sold because I don't want you to have to listen to the tape gun. So for those things, I'm just going to put them on the screen. So let me go ahead and move this over here for a second and show you a couple of items that we won't be seeing shipped tonight. I just sold this earlier for $23.16. It was listed in March. They originally gave me like a $7 offer and I countered. And this is a, how do you do this again? I want to share it. Is that it? My computer is very slow tonight as usual. So I'm curious how my intro played because over here it lagged, but I think it's my output that's lagging, not my input, I'm hoping. When I watch videos of mine on my phone, they look better. So why isn't it presenting? Because there's a lag. It says to remove it, which means it's loading. Okay, so it's just a little 4-cup coffee, Mr. Coffee carafe. So I was not going to take $7, but I ended up taking 12 plus shipping on that one. And let me see what else I have that would include bubble wrap. How are sales for you guys? Am I the only one that's seeing just really pitiful sales? Next one is $25.42. It was listed in March of last year. If you sell appliance parts, just be warned, or you want to sell appliance parts, just be warned that some of these are very, very long tail. And if you don't have a lot of storage space, it's not really going to help you because you just have to wait till the right person comes along. And this is a Mueller, M-U-E-L-L-E-R 550 mesh coffee filter. So that's been sitting for well over a year. And I think the last one might be a picture frame or something like that. Let me see. I know, yeah, picture frame. I bought 2 of these. I paid $3 for them. This sold for $23.09. I sold the other one last month or ago. They were very similar. In fact, when I was shipping the one last time, I accidentally got this one. And I just happened to see the scarecrow's hat on the top. And I'm like, that's not the right one. I had gotten the wrong one. So I'm glad I caught that. Now, I paid $3 for this. And so the profit is not very much. But at least it's some profit. And that will help me hopefully make more sales. So I'm just not really worried about that. I mean, if I got $12 plus shipping, that's fine. I have been selling about 1 to 2 picture frames per week. So I'm going to be sticking with picture frames, and I'm no longer buying signage because, I mean, they're selling, but maybe 1 a month. And that's just, they take up way too much space. And I'm just not looking for them anymore. I'm just looking for those unique picture frames. I like a lot of 3D resin type picture frames. So, all right. So let's go ahead and talk about a couple of things that I wanted to share with you guys tonight. We're going to do first concerns in the community. And I want to talk about a couple of people. And they've changed the way they do the media over here. I don't know if I can even find it. They've just got it so messed up. Have you gone live lately, Craig? They've just got it so weird. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and play concerns in the community real quick. Okay. I don't normally do this, but I am going to put a link to a GoFundMe account. And like I said, I don't normally this. I normally just talk about it. But one of my OG subscribers, Rita Lopez, her YouTube name is Scully Star Fashions. Their family is going through an awful lot right now. And it looks like it made two. Why did it do that? It made two comments. I guess because it's so long. If you can't click on that one, you can always go to my Facebook page or Rita's Instagram. She puts it up there almost every day. Not only is her husband battling an aggressive form of cancer, her daughter is now fighting for her life. They are both doing treatment. Rita is still working and taking care of two people who are going through cancer treatment right now, and they could really use your help. And if you're not able to give monetarily, I would just please ask you to pray for them, send good thoughts to them, send messages to Rita. She loves messages. Tell her that you're thinking about her and her family. I have not gotten an update in about, I guess, 5 or 6 days. I plan to get with her soon to talk. Also, as always, we need to send good thoughts and prayers to Pat D's and Adam's Exploits for health concerns. If you have anyone else that you know of who is needing some prayer and good thoughts, please let me know in the side chat. Or if you're watching later, please put it below in the comments and I will make note of it and I will announce it on my next show. Speaking of shows, Kimmy, Life of Kimberly, formerly Borderline Hoarderish, and I are going to go live on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Central on her channel. So I'm going to put a link up to Kimmy's channel right now. You need to be subscribed to her because that's where we're going to be going live this Wednesday. We're hoping to make this a regular thing. Kimmy and I we really mesh well. We're not alike really with personality, but we have a lot of the same interest. And so we're going to bring a lot of fun to the stage. And then we're also going to be showing you some of the items that we're thrifting. And so I hope I'll see you there. And I'm sure that Kimmy's going to be putting out some promotion somewhere for the channel just to remind you. But just be sure you have that bell checked. And once she gets it set up, I'll also put it on my channels. So I'm looking forward to it, Kimmy. Yeah, she is. She is. She's excited. I'm excited. Hey, Anissa, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah. I just don't know how much one family can take. I just, I look at the caregiving that I'm doing and it's nothing like the caregiving that she's doing and trying to, have a job at the same time. I mean, she tells me she's exhausted, and I get it. I will get a thumbnail up. Just got back from a road trip. Okay, great. If you need a decent picture of me, I don't know that I have any, but I will gladly send you one if you are interested. Okay, I think that was all of the housekeeping I had. I'm welcome to talk about anything you want to tonight. Basically, I just wanted to ship and just show you what's selling. And I haven't seen anybody tell me yet how sales are for them. Anissa, you just came in. How are sales going for you, lady? All right, gonna move you over. And I'm hoping I don't forget about this repeat buyer business because, all right, I just sold this pair of pants a little earlier. That is my watch, and I don't know why it does this. If anybody knows why, it says 500. I don't know what that means. There's something about energy or something. I've tried to turn it off because it scares my dog, and it still goes off, and I don't know why. So, I need to send. Okay, the other thing I think we've talked about before is I send a message to every buyer right before I ship, and I've gotten a lot of great feedback from that, telling them that I'm getting ready to ship the item and that if they have any problems with the item to let me know as soon as possible and I will take care of it for them. And I got that idea from Josh Galt, and I think that's of all the things, the tips I've gotten from him, that one has served me the best. And then I also put a little blurb in there to look in your package for more savings, of course, because I'm trying to get them over to the Shopify website. And if any of you have any other ideas for me, I would really appreciate any ideas that you've got. This sold for $27.04. I don't remember when these were listed. And they are a pair of Catherine's women's. I'm going to have to go to the original listing for this. I don't know why. Okay, so they're Catherine's women's pants, 4X refined capri, and they took a while to sell. I used to think that the larger the size, they were listed in October of last year, by the way. The larger the size, like when I got a 7XL dress one time, I was so pumped. I'm like, yes, this is going to sell and somebody's going to be looking for this. And it took forever to sell. And so it's not really the sizes. And I also used to think, this is just me and not knowing, that if it was a larger size, like a 7XL, that I could charge more for it. And that's not the case, because when I do comps, the comps aren't any more than a 2X. So that has nothing to do with it. And so I don't do that anymore. Okay, now, so they get for those of you who haven't been watching me in a while, they get a business card. Then they've got the blurb on the back. And this side goes up, so I have double-sided tape. I put it on the package, and then I'm doing overkill over here. It's crazy. And then I have an invitation to my live streams, my Facebook page, but I have added this bit at the top to get lowest prices. Go to the website, and now I'm highlighting it. So I don't know. I think people probably think I'm crazy, but I don't know. I just have to do everything I can. This goes to Vanessa, and she lives in Conroe, Texas, and that's right where my parents live, right there. They live like 5 miles from there. So it's over 2 pounds, but it's only going to cost $6.03, and she paid $8.99 for that to be shipped. So that was a good deal on the shipping. I'm really curious how this is going to print, because I have got too many things plugged in to an auxiliary thing, because my ring light needs the USB, my camera needs the USB, and my printer needs the USB. This is how long it's going to take. And it looks like I just went away for a second. So I don't know if my mouth is matching my sound or anything. I'm just not going to worry about it right now. But everything is going to be delayed because of that. Got to run. Have a great night. Thanks for dropping in, Craig. And Anissa says they are crappy. Sales are not good. Okay, well, that's what I wanted to know, because I haven't really talked to very many people this week. I've just tried to, like I said, I have not been feeling well. I last night was craving orange juice, which is something I never drink because of the calories. And then I had a dream that I was buying orange juice. Yeah, I had a dream. And so Janice's like, you must be low on vitamin C. So we ordered some orange juice. I'm going to try to drink it tonight before bed. And I'm just feeling so run down right now. And my muscles are aching, and it's been like for 3 days. Feeling like I'm going to faint a little bit. I don't know if I'm anemic. I don't know what's going on. Definitely run down though. All right, let me find this next one, because this one's been sitting a while. This one might be a Poshmark. Poshmark has actually been doing very, very well for me this week, and I haven't been running silent auctions. So I'm going to give it one more week, and if my Poshmark sales continue to stay steady, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of Sidekick Tools for now, and I'm going to pay $10 extra a month for List Perfectly to do the sharing and all that. And that's just what I'm going to do. And because there's no sense in me paying $29.99 a month when the sales, are fine without the auctions. And truthfully, it's been really nice not having to set up the silent auctions because they do take a while, even though I did find a really good kind of like a cheating way to list them quickly. My heart's just not in it anymore. Every time I get a sale on a silent auction, I would get a cancellation. So, okay, this sold for $12, which is not much. Now, I have to be really careful with Poshmark because I don't know if you sell on Poshmark, but if you have to look and make sure they haven't messaged you and wanted to cancel, because that's been my experience. This is really cute, but I'll have to see. This was listed in November of last year. So look how cute this is. It's called Just Polly. It's a checkerboard fringe sweater. It's a crop sweater. And I thought that was really cute. How many of you are using the free shipping supplies from Poshmark? Anybody? Okay, so it says my earnings were $9.05, which means my earnings are $8.05 on this item because I got it for $1. So everyone gets an emery board as well, unless it's a smaller size. And when we get to this one I sold today, it was not on sale yet. My sale hadn't started yet. And it was something that would have been $5, take it or leave it. And they paid almost full price for it. I was like, yes, that's awesome. Okay, so what I'm doing on Poshmark, and I didn't know this was going to happen tonight, is I'm just using what I have, what I bought for my website. But this is going to have to take a larger poly mailer. So I'm just using what I have for now because I don't have that many sales on Poshmark usually. And that's what I'm going to do. And then if my Poshmark sales pick up enough, I might order some of the free ones. I'm more interested in ordering the boxes, though, to tell you the truth. This goes to Kiara, and she lives in West Virginia. So I think that's a really pretty sweater. And then I've had a lot of nutty questions on Poshmark this week, and trying to convince a lady that, and you guys have seen my Sizely photos where it's a template and I fill in the measurements and everything. And she said, I don't want the factory measurements. I want your measurements. And I said, these are my measurements, and she's like, well, what you're showing is the factory measurements on this, chart or whatever. I don't remember what she called it. And I said, no, I said, those are my measurements. And then she finally agreed with me. And then she's like, wow, you're very talented or something like that. And I said, no, I'm just using Sizely, Some people do think that that's factory measurements when it's not. So, I don't know. I'm sorry about your sales, Anissa. Don't forget to hit the like button for me. I appreciate it. Okay, this is from an eBay sale, and it sold for $30. Do I keep going away? Because it's what it shows my camera's going away. I hope this doesn't happen on Wednesday, Kimmy. I think it's because it's nighttime. I'm not sure. I don't know what's wrong. I've got too many things plugged in, I guess. So this is a Nike unisex sweatshirt, extra, extra long. It says Live Strong, and that was a good sale. And I don't get those very often, so. And that's another one that's going to have to go in one of those great big bags. But I have an eBay bag for that. So that's what I'm going to use for that one, is an eBay poly mailer, large one. So let's send Trisha a message telling her I'm shipping this. And then what ends up happening is I get a bunch of messages later. And whenever I get that bring, I can't stand it, the magic wand sound, Anissa. And then I have to remind myself, oh, I just shipped. It's just somebody thanking me for shipping the item. But that's what typically happens. People write back. And so Kimmy, do you need to go to the flea market anytime soon? Because I find myself in need of vacuum cleaners. Yeah, I still have one vacuum cleaner in the back. I felt so bad today because I went to pick up groceries at HEB and I forgot that I have like a bunch of bags of clothes in the car that I haven't processed yet. And he comes up to the front and he's like, do you want any of this up here in the front? And I'm like, no. And he's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah. And because if I have eggs or something, sometimes I'll have them put the eggs in the front. And then when I got home and Jania was unloading the trunk, she's like, oh my gosh, you have all these clothes back here. I was like, no wonder he was asking me that. I felt bad, but he had room. But yeah, I still got 4 or 5 bags of clothes in the trunk that I need to start processing tomorrow. And I will do a live haul on Wednesday on my new channel. So this goes to Trisha. She lives in New Mexico for $7.73. You do know that sound. I know, and you don't like it either. I don't like it. That's the other thing. At night, I've been putting my phone on do not disturb or no sound, like just mute, and then I forget to turn it off, and then I forget, and then like my boss messages me something and I don't get it, and then I feel like an idiot because it's been like 3 hours and he's asked me to do something, and I'm like, okay, I gotta figure this out. We were talking last night, I think, about retirement, and I get really good retirement benefits while I'm there, and I'm supposed to retire in 2 years. I get to write the check for the retirement benefits, and when I wrote that check on Friday, I was like, holy cow. Do I really want to retire? But yes, I do. I am so tired of working for someone else. Okay, here's the one. This one should have been $5 because it's a size 2. So I will not put a emery board in there because the chances of this person going to my website for an extra large and up is nil. I will put a business card in there just because I think it's, professional, but I will not be these emery boards cost me, I think, 11 cents, and decide whether I want to keep. I need to reorder them, and right now I don't even know, but this has been sitting for a long time and it's a size 2, and I'm getting rid of this, size. But I could not believe when that sale came in. I thought, are you sure that's not a 2X, Beth? I mean, why would they have? Let's see, did I say how much she spent on it? She spent $24.44. So it was $19.99, and then it was marked down to $5 on the sale, and she paid full price for it. And it's been sitting since June of 2022. So that's pretty bad. I guess I should, even though I don't think she'll ever come back to my store again, I guess I should go ahead and give her a little message. I've tried to get rid of as many windows as I can, thinking that would help. The lag, nobody really said if my voice is matching my lips right now, but it's not over here. I don't know what else to do. Okay, so she got a message. Don't want to make any mistakes on my live stream. So this goes to, it weighs very little, a size 2. It probably weighs 4 ounces, if that much. This goes to Heather in Boise, Idaho. Thank you, Heather. I doubt you'll be coming back to my store, but you never know. I mean, I'm down to under 300 small items in my store. So as I inventory, I'm donating them. And that was a really good sale. Now, if she opens a return for fit, I will ask her not to return it and I will just refund her money, which normally doesn't matter because it's only $4 at the most I have to get back. I'll have to give her more back, but I have a list of people who have tried to return these small items just in case somebody figures it out that, oh, I don't have to return this. She'll just and so far not one person has come back twice and returned anything. So there's ways around that. Just keep a list and, you know. Kimmy, how are sales for you? I don't know if you're still here, but how are sales for you right now? Okay. Very, very strange. So I guess I could tell my roach story. You guys know that I'm petrified of roaches, right? And Jania bought this roach spray that's like natural. It's supposed to be like citrus smell. And so I was in the kitchen the other night and I saw this roach. And so I grabbed the spray, but we hadn't used it yet. So I wasn't even sure it was working. And so, you know, I turn the little nozzle and I start squirting and it stopped and it flipped over, but I didn't want to walk around it. So I just kept squirting it. I wanted to make sure that sucker was not going to get up. And so immediately it filled our house with this. It smelled like rotting oranges. Like it gave me a headache. When Jania went in there to pick it up, because I won't pick them up even when they're dead. That's how bad it is. She's like, oh my God, Beth. She's like, there's like a lake in here. She's like, you didn't kill the roach. You drowned it. She said, you know, and she waited like an hour and the stuff did not evaporate. And so I had to mop several times over there. It was the most disgusting smell. And I'm not sure I want to use it anymore because it smells horrible. It's not like a citronella that you would like to smell. Okay, this is a Liz Claiborne pair of jeans listed this month, sold for $21.83. I sold quite a few things that I listed this month, and I sold one thing that I listed today. And that happened last week. Last week I sold several items that I had just listed that day. So I think people are looking at my Facebook page or they are going into my store and checking out new listings. And I do send a newsletter out every day with new listings. But this was an indigo blue pair of crop capri jeans, size 18W. So that's nice. And I'm going to send her a message real quick. Where's my marker? My red marker. I don't know why I'd throw it all the way to the other side of the desk. Okay, this goes to Marjorie. And Marjorie lives in Skaneateles, New York. Never heard of that place. How are the girls, Anissa? Are they enjoying school this year? It gets harder. Are they in a lot of activities? I think I'm getting you mixed up with somebody else because I saw somebody else post a halftime show. I think their daughters are in Flag Corps or something. I don't think that was you. I have several friends that have twins. And I can't remember, are they driving yet? Because if they're driving, I'm sure that helps you a little bit. We are in the middle of watching the yogurt shop murders. We have a little bit of a, I can't really say it, but the murders happened in Austin in the 1990s, and we have a little bit of a connection to that. That's all I can really say. And so we were really interested in seeing the documentary. It's on, I don't know, we're watching it on Hulu or what we're watching it on, but you it was an unsolved case for many years, and about maybe a week after it came out, they solved the case. So I already know who did it. Jane hasn't seen it yet. She's like, I don't want to know until after we watch it. It's 4 parts, kind of disturbing, but okay, again, which is awesome. This is a Bobby Brooks. It sold for $17. I don't pick up much Bobby Brooks, but this one I always sell. I've picked it. I've sold this one or similar many times. And again, I apologize for the lag here. It was listed. Oh, it doesn't tell me that. Okay, when was it listed? Not too long ago. Yeah, August. So this is a Christmas vest with poinsettias. It's buttoned up. And like I said, I've sold this before or something similar. All you have to really worry about with this is that there's not snags. And I won't put it up on Poshmark or on my website if there are snags. I think I have another one similar to that by a different brand, and it had some snags, and so I didn't put it on Poshmark. So this one, I'm probably going to put in another large poly mailer just because I don't want any issues. I was not able to ship on Friday. No, I wasn't able to ship on Saturday. So a couple of these items were sold on Friday afternoon. And so it makes it look like I've sold more this weekend than I have. This goes to Brenda in Santa Clarita, California. Thanks, Brenda. Driving is crazy. They are in zero active. Oh gosh, they're in zero activities. Girl. And get them out of the house, huh? Do they babysit or anything like that? Or maybe they're homebodies. Maybe they like to be home. I have one that was a homebody and then one that wasn't. So most of mine were homeschooled, so I had them in as many activities as I could, or I wouldn't have been able to do it. All right, let's see what else I got in here. I got a lot of. Let's see. Oh, this is pretty. Let's do this one next. Let me just give her a, oh, this is my repeat buyer. Okay, I got to remember to put, I'm really, really bad about forgetting to put either the business card or the earrings in my packages. I found a way around that, but it looks a little tacky to me. This sold for $20.03. It was listed in August of 2024. And again, it's making me go to several screens just to show y'all. But I don't know why it needs to do that. Let's see. This is really pretty. It's by Energy. It's a really cheap brand, 3X, but the pattern is really bright and cherry. So this goes to Tina. I recognize her name. She's got like a 3-word last name. And so whenever she comes up, I wish Tina would get the message that she could save more money if she would go to my website. But she just keeps coming back, I guess, for those earrings. I don't know. Putting them in there right now before I forget. So nobody's really watching my live streams, even though I'm giving them the information about it, but they are going to the Facebook page. So there's something to be said for that. I think a lot of people just don't like YouTube. They're not used to it. And I really wish my Facebook live streams would have worked out, but they just didn't. The quality was horrible. So what I've learned is if I forget to put the earrings in, I slide them in here and then I tape both sides, or I put the business card in there and then I tape both sides. That has happened to me more than I can remember, more than I can say. I'm terrible, especially when I'm tired. I did do something accomplishment today, even though well. I put all my inventory away that I had listed, and that was a lot. Like, I have just not felt like putting away inventory, not going into that hot garage. I don't know what it is like for you guys where you're living, but it has been so hot and not going out there, you know. This is so weird. It's like it's bringing the why is it doing this? It brings up the label to print and then it disappears. Interesting. Okay. I was gonna list a Betty Boot scrub top today, but I found a spot on it, so I don't know if I can get it out. It was a very light spot, but I don't know. All right, now we've got Lane Bryant, 52. Okay, so let me go ahead and send out some juju for you guys real quick. Just gonna pick anyone I can think of, just anyone I can find. I hope that helps you guys. I hope you make a sale during the show. Put my little banner up there. Am I frozen? Because it looks like I'm frozen. All right, the next one it sold for $20.96. It's a Lane Bryant camisole, size 18-20. Nothing exciting there, but I always love to sell camisoles because I do have a lot of sheer items in my store. So I think Kimmy must have either fallen asleep or she left because I asked her if she wanted to go to the. She did not answer me. That's okay. This goes to Maricela, and she lives in Rialto, California. Lots of California sales. Maricela. Make sure I don't make a mistake. I'm not going sourcing tomorrow since I have all those things in my trunk, and I'm just going to really try to sleep late tomorrow and get up and try to get some work done. All right, that only weighs 5 ounces. So, but going to California for 5 ounces is $4.80, and she paid $7.49 shipping. All right, hopefully this label will show up this time. You're here, but you're putting Charlie to bed. Okay. What did you ask? I missed it. Oh, I was just asking if you're ready to go back to the flea market because I need to go get some more vacuums. And I did find the other day was my parents' 65th anniversary, which is awesome. I stopped at a Goodwill, or no, I stopped at like a Christian thrift store, not expecting to find anything because normally their prices are really crazy. But I found a Farberware mandolin, and I was so excited. It was $4.50, and I love things like that have the individual blades because those used to sell so well for me, and I hardly ever see them. And I'm always on the lookout. The very first year that I met Valerie, we were in San Marcos, Texas at a Goodwill, and I found this. It was like a chopper thing, slicer, dicer thing, and I paid $3.50 for it. I still remember. And it had like 20 blades and then the covers for the blades and all these things. And I mean, I raked it in, and I still have a couple of pieces left from that. That was like 5 years ago. They were just, I think I gave them to you, Kimmy, and then you gave them back to me. And every once in a while, I'll look in there and I'm like, that's from when I met Valerie the first time. Catherine's top. All right, I don't know if this is Poshmark or what, so let me look. I found a lot of Catherine's when I went to the thrift store on Monday. I was so excited. Okay, this is Catherine's. Let's make sure it's the right one. Sold for $15 on Poshmark. And that's a good price for me, $15 on Poshmark. Hopefully she hasn't canceled. That's what I hate is I take it off list perfectly and everything, and then I get over here to ship it and cancel the order. Then I get really frustrated. Nope, doesn't say that, so we're good to go. I have to check my schedule and ask Chris so we can go without the little man. Okay, I remember this top. I've sold this so many times in different colors. This is a Catherine's 1X tunic. It has a cuff sleeve, and it's black heather. And it was listed in, come on. It was listed in February. So that's not bad. trying everything I can to make money. I'm like, at this point, it's like, I'd rather get a little bit of money than no money. So I'm trying to brainstorm ways to make it look like, you know, they can get it for less. And that is my goal right now, is just to try to make it look like they're getting a better deal than, I don't know. This goes to Robin, and she lives in Kentucky. Thanks, Robin. I wish Poshmark would tell me when I have repeat buyers. I don't think there's a way. Do y'all know if there's a way? I don't think there's a way that you can tell on Poshmark that you've got repeat buyers. I really wish they would, because then I would give out some more earrings gladly. I enjoy making the earrings. I'm getting a little bit low on them. I think the next holiday that I will do will probably be Valentine's Day. I think I'm gonna skip New Year's and just do Valentine's Day and then Easter. And I have copies and all kinds of different things. So does that say it's shipped? Yes. Okay, next one is, okay, these pants. I got 2 pairs of these. They were listed in August. This pair sold for $35.46. Think about this brand right here. I never heard of it before. Why I priced it that way? I mean, I guess the comps told me to. It's called Amaryllis, and I want to show you these. These are really cool. So I had 2 different shades of blue, and I just put blue. I don't usually put baby blue, sky blue, but look at the hems. Aren't they cute? They have the lace hem. I think they're cute. So again, that's Amaryllis. If you see them, it only took a month for that pair. I think that's the only pair I've sold. I think I still have the other pair listed. I would have remembered that one. They were right next to each other, and I took a chance. And, you know, when you get your things as cheaply as I do, it's worth taking a chance, I think, on brands. I don't even comp them. Rarely do I ever comp anything when I'm in the thrift store. I mean, I might just because I'm curious, or I'll think, oh, I think I've heard this brand is really, really expensive. Then I might comp it just to get excited, only to get over there and realize that wasn't true. But that's really the only time I comp things. Would be a pair of jeans that's like really distressed or something, wondering if it's even worth picking up. I don't know. Okay, this goes to Mindy, and she lives in Washington. Thanks, Mindy. Washington State. These are on the 2-pound weight, so I don't even have to, because they're over a pound, so you have to weigh them. I like that. Got one person hanging with me right now. I know this isn't an exciting of a show. Talk to people. So, just don't have a topic tonight. I just not feeling it. Hope I feel it Wednesday, Kimmy. Hope I'm feeling better by then. Okay. All right. All right, next we have a Chico's chalk drawing. Now, this wasn't listed long, and this is really, really pretty. I'm thinking it sold on, nope, it sold on eBay. I called it a chalk drawing because that's just what it reminded me of. It sold for $26.47. It was listed this month. It's a townscape. And I put, like I said, I put chalk drawing on there because I think that's what it looks like. And townscapes usually sell really well for me, but not this quick. It's just not coming up. All right, isn't that pretty right there? I love that. It's just really pretty. That I would wear that if that was my size. I would. So this is going to Kristen. So let me send Kristen a message real quick that I am shipping this out to her. I got one person watching. I would love to know who that is. Who's sticking with me? Is it Kimmy or Anissa? Don't feel pressured if you can't stay. All right. Okay, we're switching to a black marker now. Kristen lives in Maine. So thanks, Kristen, with an IN. All right. That weighs a whole 8.4 ounces. It's going to Maine, so $5.83 to ship it. I have started watching Welcome to Plathville because a lot of the creators for reality TV have been covering it. And so I thought, you know what? I'm going to see what this show is about. And they started their 7th season a few weeks ago. And so I'm on season 4 right now. What I like about it is these stories move very quickly. So it's not like Sister Wives where they beat a story to get death for like 25 episodes in a row. Stories really do move faster. Yeah, there's some stories that take longer to complete, but there's always something new, and there's usually like a little cliffhanger. And I really like that. So I'm watching it. Sometimes I can't watch too much of it because it's kind of depressed and it triggers a lot of stuff with me, with religion and stuff. But I am, and now I can start watching some of the creators, because I know who the characters are. So this sold for $23.14 and it was listed in July. And this is just a really cute Old Navy tank top, I guess. Yeah, it's a tank top. Yeah, every time I try, it's doing it again. Okay, it'll probably do it again when I go to the listing. Maybe it's just doing it on my end. I hope so. I'm going to have to rewatch this a little bit and like in the middle and see if it's doing it just on my end. So this is an Old Navy tank top, extra, extra large with a keyhole animal print. That's really, really cute. I pick up Old Navy all the time. So what I say, it was listed in July. It's not bad. It looks like this is going to Mary. Mary, please come to my website. I need to manifest that. Please come to my website, Mary. I don't know. She says her name is Mary Jane, so I never know whether to put Mary or Mary Jane. I'm going to put Mary Jane since she's included that. Some people are real picky about that kind of thing, so I'll call her Mary Jane. We are having I think it's 45th, my 45th high school reunion this year, and I don't think I'm going to go because Jania can't go, and there's not really anybody. I know this sounds terrible, but there's not really anybody there that I want to see. I mean, maybe a couple of people, but truthfully, a lot of my friends that I used to hang around with at the reunions have passed away, and so I'm just not sure that I'm going to go. I think it's probably at a bar, and it's going to be loud, and everybody's going to have to scream at each other because everybody can't hear anymore because we're old, and just don't know if it's going to be any fun. But, you know, and then when you go to your class reunion, there's always those few that you just don't want to see or talk to. You just prefer that they stay on the other side of the room, and it never happens. They always come over. Oh, this is men's shirt. All right, this is Poshmark, I think. No, I know I sold it. The heck? Okay, it sold for $25.91. It was listed in January. It's a George shirt, and George is a very cheap brand. I think they sell it at Walmart. And I sell more George men's than I do women's. I don't pick women's Georges up anymore unless it's just something really special about it, because the George women's just doesn't sell. But that's a real pretty shirt, huh? Looks kind of dark to me, the pictures. But yeah. That goes to Jeffrey. Thanks, Jeffrey. I'm going to have to send him a message real quick that I'm shipping this out. He gave me a $17 offer. I kind of like that. Have y'all noticed that they're in your messages tells you whether you accepted an offer or not? That's kind of cool, huh? So he will get since he's a guy, he will get a business card, but he will not get an emery. Well, I might get him an emery board because he might have, if he wears a 3XL, his partner, if he has one, might be a plus size woman. So I might go ahead and stick an emery board in there for Jeffrey. But I'm not going to send him an invitation to my live streams. Oh, it's getting hot in here under all these lights. Kimmy is just insisting that I turn on this ring light. It's hot in here. But I think the brightness is better. Okay. Do y'all let the air out of your poly mailers? I do. So try to make it lighter. I don't know if it works, but I only have a few more things to show you guys, and then I'm going to go ship the remainder of these things. All right. And I don't know how I feel about the feedback, the new feedback thing that they're doing. When I pull up my store, I don't see any of those feedbacks. They all say the same thing, which is kind of nice. that you don't, it doesn't clutter up your feedback with the same thing, but it doesn't really push down, I don't think, any negative or neutral. I mean, I don't know. I haven't had any of those in a while. But if it's not going to show those, it's not going to really push those down, I guess is what I'm saying. I almost threw this in the trash can. I almost threw it in the wrong place. Okay, I just listed this, this Wrangler skirt recently. So for $12, I really did not want to make an offer for $12 on this since I just listed it, but I was like, what the heck? I just want to, is it going to let me show it? Welcome in, everybody. I see people are coming in. Thank you. It's not letting me click on it. This was listed this month. I think I just listed this a few days ago. So I made an offer. I had it for 20 or 18, something like that. This is like, it feels like it's never been worn. I probably should have priced it higher, but hey, I'd rather just sell it, get it out of here. I like made $9.05 on it. If it's been $1, that's fine with me. I wish I could wear skirts, but just not confident enough yet. So I'm down 27 pounds, give or take, on the day. And I'm not even keeping track of the calories right now. I'm just eating the way I know I'm supposed to be eating. And then I end up cheating because, like, it was my parents' 65th anniversary. Well, what are you going to do? Sit there and eat, you know, a 100-calorie meal? Like, no. Oh, I don't know how to spell it. Alithea, Alithea. Thank you. She lives in Seattle, Washington. That's the second Washington State sale tonight. Okay. Ooh. All right. Oh, Sister Wives is coming on tonight too. That'll give me something to watch. Watched the new Survivor and I wasn't really that impressed, and we watched the new Amazing Race and we weren't really that impressed. So I don't know. Okay, here's another part sale. And this is a Lands' End dress. And it sold for $20. And I'll pull it up real quick and see if they've asked for a cancellation, first of all. Nope, no cancellation there. So my earnings were $16, which is actually $15. So that's not bad at all. I take a $20 sale any day. Let's see when this was listed. This was listed this month. So there you go. Isn't that cute? It's a midi, it's a shift dress, and it's sleeveless. I wish I knew what I'm doing to get these Poshmark sales. I mean, I am going in and making offers every few hours, but I didn't make an offer on that one. So I don't know. And this is going to Lacey. And Lacey lives in Kansas. Thank you, Lacey. All right. The tub's starting to get full, so that's good. Sometimes on Mondays when I have a lot of packages, I don't even scan them at the kiosk because I don't want to stand there and scan them. But okay, I'm going to show you guys one more because the rest of them are going to involve bubble wrap, and I don't want to listen to that. I don't even remember this one. Oh, this is also Poshmark. Okay. Let's see what this one is. It's a Kato sweater. And so for $10, whoopee. But that's okay. Means I've had it a while. Which means I made $7.05, which means I made $6.05. And I'm willing to take that if I've had it a long time. So I have had this listed since October of 2023. And I mean, it's just an open knit sweater. Nothing really fancy. But it's pretty. And it's orange. That is not my color, that's for sure. Oh gosh, I meant to take it off. Okay. I hope that all of you are going to have a really good week in sales this week. For those of you who just came in late, I want to remind you to check out Life of Kimberly's channel on Wednesday at 2 p.m. We are going live, and I'm looking forward to that very, very much. And then also I want to remind you to go to Rita's GoFundMe page to help out the family in their time of need. They greatly need your prayers and best wishes. So if you cannot give monetarily, again, please just think of them and let them know you're thinking of them. This goes to Shelly, and she lives in Michigan. Onaway, Michigan. Never heard of that before. All right, got that one done. Let me bring you over. Just say my goodbyes. Thank all of you for joining me. If you're watching later, please comment below on your favorite item that went out this week for me. And also be sure that you comment below, hit the thumbs up, all that jazz. I really appreciate it. So I'm going to go ahead and go shoot these other items. And thank you so much for joining me. And I will talk to you hopefully Wednesday on Kimmy's channel. Bye.